let's dive right in and talk about how just a little bit of data from a single TrackMan session can seriously change your entire golf game. We're talking about shifting from a strategy of just hope to a strategy of actual certainty. And finally, seeing those scores come down. So, does this sound familiar? You're out on the range, you are absolutely striping the ball, feeling amazing. But then you get on the course and your scorecard just doesn't show it. It's gotta be one of the biggest frustrations in golf, right? Well, the answer isn't always about hitting that one perfect shot more often. No, the answer is all about understanding your shot dispersion. And this, right here, is the real key to unlocking consistent scoring. Because it's not about your best shot, it's about what all your shots are doing.
Okay, so what is it exactly? Well, just imagine every ball you hit with, say, a 7-iron landing on a green. If you were to draw an oval around all of those shots, that's your dispersion pattern. It's your real accuracy. It's your actual shot group, and it measures everything, your left to right misses and your short to long misses.
And this is the light bulb moment. We all love to remember that one shot we flushed, the one that flew perfectly at the pin. But dispersion data, well, it gives you the cold, hard truth about your typical shot. And that is so much more valuable when you're trying to plan your way around the course. Now, don't let the data intimidate you, because TrackMan makes this super simple. The dispersion oval, that's just the picture of your shot pattern. Then there's the consistency number. All you need to know is a smaller number is better. It means a tighter pattern. And face to path, that number is gold. It tells you why the ball is curving, which helps you figure out the root cause of those big, ugly misses. Knowing this data is one thing, but using it to actually think your way around the golf course, that's where you really start to shave strokes off your game. This is all about turning raw information into a real-world advantage. And this slide just illustrates that shift in mindset perfectly. The old way is aiming at the flag and just hoping for the best, right? And what happens when you miss? You end up in a bunker or worse. The smart way is to aim your entire shot pattern. You position that oval so that even your worst shot in that group ends up safe, maybe on the big part of the green. You're planning for reality, not for a 1 in a million shot. So how do you do it? It's really just a simple 3-step process. First, you gotta know your tendency. Do you miss right? Are you a pull hitter? Second, aim that entire pattern away from the trouble. So if your miss is to the right, you aim down the left side of the fairway or the left side of the green. And finally, you get to choose your aggression level. If your dispersion is really tight that day, hey, maybe you can take on that pin. But if it's wide, you play it safe to the center. Aw man, this one is absolutely critical. A feature like Map My Bag in TrackMan gives you your honest, average carry distances. Choosing a club based on that one time you absolutely crushed it is just a recipe for disaster. You'll end up short in a bunker every time. You have to play your averages, not your ego. Okay, so we know how to use this data on the course, but now let's see how it can totally transform your practice sessions. With this info, you can stop just mindlessly hitting balls and start practicing with a real purpose to actually make that dispersion oval smaller. Your next trip to the range shouldn't just be a workout. It should be an investigation. Pick one club, just one, to get a clean set of data. Hit about 15 to 20 shots to a single target. Then stop and actually look at the data. What's your average carry? What's the pattern look like? What's the main reason for your misses? This kind of focused approach gives you real, actionable feedback you can actually use. Okay, so you've identified the problem. Now what? How do you actually go about fixing it? Well, let's look at a few specific drills that are designed to tackle the most common causes of a wide shot pattern. But before we even get to the drills, we have to talk about this, because this is huge. Block practice, hitting the same club to the same target over and over, it feels really productive, but it builds this false confidence that just completely disappears on the course. Random practice, on the other hand, where you change clubs and targets every few shots, it's much harder, but it actually simulates real golf and prepares you to score when it counts. Here are 3 super simple but really powerful drills. The gate drill, that's fantastic for training your club to start the ball on your intended line. Using foot spray on the club face gives you instant, no-nonsense feedback on your strike quality, which is everything for distance control. And the tempo drill helps you find a rhythm that delivers consistent speed and consistent yardages. And hey, you want a really quick way to save some easy strokes? Build yourself a wedge matrix. Just go to the range and hit full, 3/4, and half swings with each of your wedges. Then write down the average carry distance for each one.
Now, when you're 83 yards out, you'll know without a doubt that that's your perfect 3/4 58-degree wedge. No more guessing.
So, we have covered a lot of ground. Let's boil it all down into a simple plan that you can use to diagnose your game and, start improving right away. Think of this as your cheat sheet. If your shots are flying pretty straight but just starting way left or way right, your main issue is face control. If you're seeing a huge curve on the ball, your problem is the relationship between your club's path and its face angle. And if your distances are all over the place, you just need to work on hitting the center of the club face. It's that simple. So, what's the one thing you should do after this? Seriously, the next time you have access to a TrackMan, just do one Map My Bag session. Hit about 15 to 20 balls with each of your irons and wedges. That single session is going to give you all the foundational data you need to build a smarter strategy and a way more effective practice plan. And I'll leave you with this one last thought. The next time you head to the range, ask yourself this question. Because, look, hitting balls to perfect your swing mechanics is one thing, but using data to understand your patterns and make smarter decisions, well, that's how you actually practice scoring lower.